Yeah, we just arrived today from the Triveni. But what's the importance for a Vaishnava of the Triveni? It's the union of Ganga and Yamuna, of course. You know, you're supposed to have some knowledge, the Saraswati. They're all there. But it's the union where Krishna, the mad elephant, is always wanting to be with his loved one. Yes. The mad elephant always is in rut. How is he? It's said. So much in rut that you can capture him. A big elephant, you can capture him. Can you imagine? A huge elephant, you can capture him just by putting a female elephant in a hole, and then the male elephant will jump in like a fool. Krishna's no fool. But we make the arrangements for what gives pleasure to Krishna. Yeah, it's our duty to make the arrangements for those things that give pleasure to Krishna. Not to us, but to Krishna. We bathe in the Triveni on Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Maharaj's appearance date. This year, 15th of February. If I was to tell the problems, I would ruin my Sukriti. I would ruin my Sukriti. Because we went on a pilgrimage and we were looking for problems. Okay, Krishna, you give us problems. And the more problems you give us, Krishna, the more we know that we are purified. Yeah. This is pilgrimage. The more difficulty that you've given, the more I know I'm purified. And you're there to take care of me. So what's the big deal? I will try to show you some videos. I have to admit, low grade fever right now. But that's nothing. Low grade fever is nothing. Because you're coming together with so many people. And you're putting yourself in a situation to purify people. Because that's what a Vaishnava does. He purifies people. I'll try to put the videos out as fast as I can because I can't sit and divide them and put them together. If somebody would like, they can divide them, put it together, and make it look more, you know, like a professional thing because it was really beautiful. I can't. Everybody's looking for fun, but it isn't fun. I can't say it doesn't make you happy, but it isn't fun. We're serious. We've taken a serious stand, and we're going to go help Krishna in his Triveni, and that's it. That's from Gita Govinda. Also, Raghunath Das Goswami talks about it. He loves to play there. He loves to play there. Such an easy thing. You take him there and you give him a place to play and watch the elephant and rut just get trapped. By who? I don't think a Vaishnava has to be told by who. But it was nice. If somebody would come up and say, you want to go again? I'd say, yes, of course. I was bathing in the Gangas in 1977 when we got to Mayapur for the big load of devotees. It was the first jumbo Yeah, the first jumbo airplane ever to land in Kolkata. And the mayor of Calcutta came out to greet us and everything. It was just such a wonderful day when we landed. It's just near the time of the Kumbha Mela, just near, not too much after, just near the time of Kumbha Mela, where Srila Prabhupada, he was actually in the Triveni in 1977. Doing his, yeah, he was really taking Krishna. He had Krishna tied down. He had him tied down, you know. Prabhupada had Krishna tied down. He wouldn't tell his disciples, but he had him tied down. Yeah. So I say that I went in 1977 to Kumbha Mela. I went to, the next one was 1989. I went to Kumbha Mela for about 3 days. But at that point, I was with ISKCON group, and I was very well protected, and this, that, and the other. And every morning at 2:30 in the morning, we bathed. It was so easy. Then I didn't go in 2001. I didn't go that year. I don't know where I was or what I was doing at the time. And then I went in 2013 with Krishna Wallace. And she and I had a wonderful time. And also Ramakrishna, he missed his train, which is not unusual, but he came also. So we had a nice time there in Kumbha Mela. No, well, that's the 2013, and then of course we went 2025. But other people, they can go there and stay. It's at my age and how delicate the body is. I can go in, bathe, and get out because I'm one time. Uh, I have to call him Prem Das, you know, Premananda Das. No, not Premananda, Prem Paroja. Don't worry, I just woke up. I laid down and I woke up at 6 p.m. after about 12 hours of sleeping, maybe more. Okay, so Prem Parojana, he was trying to do about 2 lakhs a day. And then he approached Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Maharaj, and he said, "What's going on? You know, you think that you're becoming purified by seriously doing 2 lakh. Yeah. But all of a sudden, when you go out, something happens that, like, it just pulls you down." And Gurudev says, "Yes, well, you know, Krishna uses you to purify others." So, my Sukriti is not a balanced Sukriti. There's a balanced Sukriti, which is the pure devotee only has, and there's just a temporary appearance of Sukriti, an appearance of Sukriti. It's it's like pious activities and Sukriti. You can't tell the difference within a young person or, you know, a person just entering Bhakti Yoga. You can't tell. It's not stable. Maybe you're getting Sukriti 2%. And Prabhupada says Prabhupada says that, you know, I don't like just saying Prabhupada says, but, you know, I know he said that just become a devotee and Krishna gives you 10% of what you should have had. So any problem, you should calculate like that. Oh, it should have been 90% more. So that he gives, you know, you get it's the bank account, you know. Krishna's the worst. He's the worst. Uh, no one in Loy Bazaar can even get near Krishna. He would really just destroy them. Not even in Loy Bazaar could they get away with it. So here he is. He's giving you 10% only of what you should have had. So, how am I supposed to look at some difficulty and say, oh, that difficulty was so hard? No, it's not so hard. It's hard to stand your own. I don't even like call it karma. Yeah, because we're not getting real what is called karma. We're not getting that. We're cuddled up in the hands of Krishna, but He's given it to us. Why? Because He doesn't want us to leave this body without purifying it. So He took the best advantage. Guy's something else. Okay, so let me just put this out, and if somebody wants to put all the other videos together and everything and come up, oh, but it just comes to mind, the verse, last verse, Gita Govinda talks about the Triveni. The verse just before, it is like the super verse. It's just like saying, like in this, of everything I've written and everything about the perfection of Krishna and Prem, everything that I've written, this makes all these material desires look like nothing. I could get the statement. I'll move it away so I can actually read. Okay, now here he tells the secret of why this whole poem, Gita Govinda, was written. Hey, powerful wine, do not think you are so intoxicating. Hey, sugar, you are too harsh. Hey, grapes, who will look at you anyways? Hey, nectar, Amrit, you are like death compared to these pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Hey, milk, you taste like water only. Hey, ripe mangoes, now go and weep. Hey, lips of the beautiful women, now you can go to hell. Pretty strong. Hey, lips of the beautiful women, now you can go to hell. Because this has been written to attract us, not to our actions, but the pastimes of Krishna. And these actions of Krishna, you will not even want beautiful lips of a woman. As long as the as long as the complete essence of erotic love exists in the form of the auspicious, artful composition by Sri Jayadev, you have nothing to do with me. How hard is it to get rid of all these things? But once you just put your mind on how Krishna, and this is just a manifestation of his loving affairs. Oh, it can purify you. Oh, yeah, but you better understand how it purifies. In this way, Krishna enjoyed many love games with Radha on the Yamuna riverbank. Of course, he mistook his rose, her rose, of black hairs above her navel. Very difficult to find any lady with, and they're just not black hairs. They're curly black hairs. Raghunath Das gives more of a description. They're curly black hairs. They're nooses. These nooses grab Krishna and pull him to that Triveni. So, Krishna enjoyed many love games with Radha on the Yamuna riverbank. He mistook the rows of hairs above her navel and her pearl necklace as the confluence of the Ganga and the Yamuna. In other words, the white is Ganga's and the black is Yamuna Devi. The fruit of that prayag are her delightful breast. Now, what is he trying to explain? He's up right here in these verses. He's uplifting your attention. He's taking it from the confluence and he's putting it on her breast. Come on, get up. Shri Krishna, the best of males, desired to obtain those breasts. May these affairs of his two lotus hands bestow the wealth of happiness upon the reciter and, of course, the audience that's listening. Oh. He who has kept Sheshanag Raja, the chief of the serpents, as his bed, whose splendor is expanded as reflections in the jewels upon Shesharaj's innumerable heads or hoods, where lotus feet are eternally massaged by the goddess of fortune, whose desires to see him with thousands of eyes, who is abounding tumultuously in many forms. May this Shri Krishna protect all of you. These are the protection verses. Man, my throat's hurting a little bit. It's my purification, sorry. Oh, beautiful one. When the Lord of Parvati, Lord Shiva, could not attain you on the shores of the milk ocean, bewildered by your beauty, he swallowed the deadly poison. Oh, can't see it. Sorry, boys. Gotta get the... Yeah, I'm gonna try to see it. Oh, it's just hard to... okay. Kala Kuta poison. Okay. In other words, when we try to conquer the erotic principle, it's like we are trying to be like Shiva, drinking the Kalakuta poison. He's talking about Mohini, the incarnation of Krishna as a woman. Then you selected me to be your consort. Remembering this previous conversation, Krishna repeatedly filled his eyes with the sight of the treasure, the Mahapadma jewels of Radha's breast. May that Hari protect all of you. Okay, I better stop there. I'll just send this out. And there's other verses, going back and back. From the first, just read the last chapter. It's all protective verses. the whole thing is it comes back to it. And it's this statement of Professor Sanyal that was commented on by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, whose appearance date is now 17th of February. We're 16th of February, so tomorrow is Bhaktisiddhanta. So I'm so glad to be back here in Vrindavan. It's celebrated nicely here in Vrindavan by all the Gaudiya Mats. Yeah. Oh, we're protected. But the erotic principle is non-different. Now, non-different from unalloyed devotional service. The erotic principle, anybody's erotic principle. And it's the only thing that in the Bhagavatam, it says that the Purusha took his erotic principle and he coated the sexual organ. Nothing else was ever said that he took something transcendental and gave it to the living entities. You can make it material, but he did not make it material. He coated the genital. Any problem that the genital is giving you should be, it's very difficult, I know, but don't get angry at it. It's our fall down. No. It's the only potency that he felt like you could handle it if you took shelter of him. But because you don't take shelter of him, you'll be engulfed, conquered, engulfed. Yeah. Yeah, so the erotic principle is never to be attacked. I don't even want to, because this is such a beautiful time, why mention all these foolishness nowadays of confusing, people are confused with their own sex life? Oh, what to speak of them having to come up to the point of Gita Govinda? I mean, they haven't even got anything to compare with Gita Govinda. Nothing. And Krishna has given it to us through Jayadev Goswami. Jayadev Goswami, I think, appeared 300 years before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he knew that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was coming, and he knew he was making preparation for his coming. So, this is an essential book to understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And even Raghunath Das Goswami is in his books. He's speaking of this. So the erotic principle is to be like taken care of with gentle hands, not exploitive hands. This is something that it's very difficult for anybody even translating this to say, oh, it's spiritual. Because it just like blows somebody's mind, you know. Oh, this is a spiritual experience. Yeah, but you don't see it as spiritual. You don't partake of it. You don't make arrangements as spiritual. Because you're not doing it in the correct way. You're trying to exploit. The only thing that you have in your hand is transcendental. And then sometimes you get mad and try to get rid of the effect by doing some madness. No, it shouldn't be tampered with. The erotic principle is non-different. Non-different. It's the only thing that Krishna has given to us human beings. You know, everybody has their erotic principle, even the animals and everything, but he's given it to us so we can understand it. They can't understand it. He's taken so much of an effort because he knows you can understand it. Don't try to conquer it. Don't try to get rid of it. Don't try to defeat it. You can't do it. Try to understand it and approach it in the right manner with the protection. Oh, beautiful breasts. You don't look like anything after this poem. You could also say, oh, Triveni of the common woman, you're nothing. He's given a blessing. You read this, and you'll get the blessing to see that these things are useless. The only thing that they're useful for is to bring Radha and Krishna together. That's it. And that's soul to soul, because that's where they sit. They have not come into this material world. You may get a reflection. If you like reflections, go play with shadows, with just mind things. Just mind things. Everything's a shadow and mind things, unless it's brought to the point of trying to understand Krishna's hands, trying to understand the Triveni. I don't think Radha isn't, she is, maybe it says Radha's always praying for the southern winds. Okay, and the Malayan winds coming from the cooling sandalwood. But they have to pass over the Triveni. As they come, they have to pass over the Triveni. And the monsoon rains, for us, they pass over the Triveni and they come up to us. Some part of the monsoons, because like the Gangas is like a wall, it's a wall, and it pushes the monsoon winds over to Bombay, Mumbai, and then it goes up to Gujarat, and then it comes over. But that's not such a good monsoon. The good monsoon is those rains that come on the southern winds, bringing the auspiciousness of the Triveni to here, because that's where they get it, and that's the best pastimes, according to Rupa Goswami. He even left on Julan Yatra. Those beautiful, soft rains. He went to Prayag and he had a conversation with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him all the ecstatic understanding of Prem Bhakti. So they know these things. So Radharani is always praying for those southern winds. She wants to be taken to the Triveni. She wants to be there. So what's my duty? Okay, Radharani will jump on a train that has, hey, you know, I'm not joking. A train, if you try to count how many people should be on a train, you would say around a little over 5,000 people on the train going to Kumbha Mela. There was 50,000. I'm not kidding you. There was about 50,000 people on the one train. But I saw no outbreaks, you know, because everybody had their mind just fixed. Triveni, Triveni, Triveni. Talk about control. Here's, and no ticket, no ticket, no ticket. On the way back, one person kept on yelling, okay, everybody, show your ticket. Okay, everybody, show your ticket. let's see, it was about 10-hour trip. Let's see, I'm trying to go over it really quick. We left at 6 and we got there around 5 in the morning. You can put it together, you know. Oh, can't even think. But it's about 10 hours. And you just had to look at everybody, even children, even very old people. And they're a sardine can is nothing. A sardine can, you can't even get the conception. But they all had respect. And the way back, I thought, okay, we're gonna miss all this crowd, and we'll just go to Kanpur to get away from all this crowd. Well, in Kanpur, we took a train, and the train had already been through the Triveni area, and was I I asked somebody, please just push me in. Sorry, I'm laughing too much. Yeah. Just push me inside. And Normana did a wonderful job to give us a place to. I don't know how she did it. She, Gorni Tai went. You'll see they went, and they in all this they were given a nice little seat for protection and everything. Oh, and the people were just amorous. I mean, they're upset because you can't go into the bathroom hardly, so it's difficult. But the trip back was only a little bit less than 4 hours. Yeah, a little bit less than 4 hours. I'm getting a note that the battery's down and I shouldn't even be talking so much. But it's a subject matter that if you don't do these things right away, Prabhupada said if you don't write somebody right away, you lose the. Yeah, I'm getting a signal here that we only got 10 in this phone. Coming back, I couldn't even get my phone charged up. But that was really nice. And everybody talking about the Triveni and 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 how happy they were and everything. So I'm not saying that I've been picked out especially, but I'm saying that I have a duty to use this to the best of my ability for service to Krishna. I mean, I already been to 4 Kumbha Melas. Oh, yeah. I understand and I know that Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj made a statement, like a statement of protection of don't go the Kumbha Mela. But he is dealing with big businessmen who are going there only for profit. That, my friends, is offensive. I go to the Triveni for profit. That is offensive like anything. You can do some, puja or something like that, but the most offensive is to use the erotic pastimes of Radha and Krishna for your benefits, for your material benefits. So it's better that the businessmen, people with business mentality and no spiritual mentality, I'm talking about, better that they don't go. My friend Dr. Satya, he said that they made a study. And of course, the bacteriophage, I'll try to put in this description what bacteriophage is. But it's a certain bacteria. And it's found in the Gangas and, of course, Yamuna, Saraswati. So I asked him, what the bacteriophage is. Because it looks like a Sudarshan chakra. It's spinning like anything. And it is eating bad things. So I said, well, you know, some bacteria may uh, hide themselves. Which way is the chakra spinning? He says, oh, the positive way. I said, well, what if it comes up to another bacteria that it's spinning positive too? He said, it doesn't matter. It can understand the consciousness, and it spins the opposite direction. Now that is incredible. A bacteria that is conscious of sinful activities. That's what it is. It is conscious of sinful activities. Yeah, conscious of sinful activities. But he said, you know, in a laughing way, that when they got near to the bathing place, they found it disappeared. Oh, here is the bacteriophage that's supposed to be purifying it. It disappeared. And then downstream from the Triveni, it made its appearance again. Oh, come on, you guys. You cannot trick Krishna. You cannot trick Krishna. There's no way to trick Krishna. He's got you. But we're not looking for bacteriophage because we took those two right there, Gornitai, and we bathed them. So we know that the Triveni is totally there with us. Not because of me, but because of Gornitai. You know, they've been to 17 countries doing Harinam all over the place. Existed, you know, they were called into that, you know, Nitai Goro Sundar. They were called in a wonderful celebration in San Francisco, May 29th. Actually, there was a few days of celebration, but May 29th, Memorial Day, 1989. So from 1989, they just been purifying people. Lokanath Swami said to the Murti Wala, he said, I want deities that will attract the world. So they did their best. So they went down there. So for us, bacteriophage even went higher around us. Not lower, higher. We have an understanding that there's consciousness everywhere, and it's seen. Come on. Somebody is going to tell me that bacteriophage is just a stupid bacteria. Oh, like people are just so engulfed in their human body that they think their human body is the ultimate. Bacteriophage is super. It's super. It can't be touched. It can't be taken out. It doesn't like plastic. You know, I had to bring my container, my plastic container, but I know it doesn't like plastic. I'll just put it in a glass container now that we're back at the ashram. So we if something has an elevated consciousness, and we know that the dust from the pure devotee, the water that washes his feet, you know, that's our Triveni. That's our Triveni also. Water that washes his feet, the remnants of what he's chewed with his transcendental mind and gives to us, and remnants of his prasadam. His prasadam's easier to purify us. So it's the remnants of his prasadam, the dust from his feet, and the water that's washed his feet. These all purify us. And they also purify the tirtas. They can purify the tirtas more than somebody can contaminate them. So, okay, I'm just losing energy here, but I'll go ahead and put this out. Haribo, Haribo.